It's Saturday, December 13th, 2025, and if you needed an excuse to get weird with automation, it's literally National Cocoa Day. I'm Hunter.
And I'm Riley. And yes, this whole episode was made completely with AI. We're stress testing Microsoft Vibe Voice 7B, so if we suddenly sound like we're broadcasting from inside a vending machine, that's the vibe.
Exactly. We don't clean it up. We leave the scuffs in. Because scuffs teach you where the workflow breaks.
Today's big story is basically agents are growing up, and everyone's trying to stop them from speaking different languages like it's the Tower of Babel, but for martech.
Yeah, the Linux Foundation-backed Agentic AI Foundation got talked about this week, and the goal is standards for production agents. Stuff like shared conventions, so your agent in one tool doesn't behave like a totally different species in another tool.
And the internet is yelling about OpenAI donating this Agents.md style spec, which, okay, is it actually a portable convention, or is it just prompting with receipts that quietly nudges everyone into one ecosystem?
That's the tension. Standards can be everybody wins, or they can be the loudest vendor wins by writing the default.
And open source history is basically that exact fight on loop, like, congrats, you made a standard. Now who controls the roadmap?
Right. But even if it's imperfect, the problem they're trying to solve is real. Agent stacks right now are a mess. Every vendor has their own way of describing tools, memory, permissions, what an agent is allowed to do, how it logs actions.
Yeah, and marketers are like, cool, can it stop emailing my entire list at 2 in the morning?
That is the first production pain shared standards could solve. Not the sexy stuff. The boring stuff. Permissions, audit logs, and predictable behavior.
Wait, hold up, predictable behavior from an agent? That's like asking a cat to do taxes.
Exactly why you need standards. If the agent can't declare in a consistent way what it intends to do, what tools it will touch, and what guardrails it has, you can't safely automate anything meaningful.
So it's not just my agent wrote a weird line. It's my agent had write access to the CRM and decided we're a new brand now.
Speaking of martech agents going feral, CleverTap unveiled Agentic AI as part of its Clever AI stack for customer engagement. They're pitching it as beyond rule-based workflows into more autonomous campaign creation and optimization.
The phrase think, create, act always makes me nervous. That's how you end up building a slot machine that emails people.
Totally. Like, the line between autonomous optimization and congrats you reinvented spam is thin.
And slippery, especially when the KPI is opens or conversions and the model learns that emotional manipulation is efficient.
This is where the human-in-the-loop role changes. In 12 months, the marketer becomes less hands-on keyboard writing every email and more strategist plus QA plus policy enforcer.
Professional agent babysitter.
Yes. But like, a respected babysitter. With a clipboard.
Yep, clipboard energy, I love that.
Here's what's useful for listeners. If you're running lifecycle or paid, your first step shouldn't be turn on the agent. It should be define constraints. What segments can it touch? What offers can it use? What words are banned? What claims need proof? And what actions require approval?
And what's the kill switch? People never set up a kill switch.
Exactly. And this is why standards matter. If every agent platform expresses permissions and approvals differently, you'll either overlock it and get no value, or underlock it and get chaos.
Okay, but I'm going to challenge you. Do we really need a Linux Foundation group to do this? Or is this going to turn into committees discover what a webhook is for 2 years?
Fair. There's always that risk. But I think the pressure is coming from reality. Agents are being deployed inside CRMs, CDPs, support systems, ad accounts. Once agents can change budgets, issue refunds, or rewrite customer records, you need interoperable governance.
So standards are like standardizing the blast radius.
Exactly. That's the dark but accurate framing.
And there's another pressure. Ads are showing up inside AI search and chat experiences. People are seeing this in Google AI overviews and AI mode pilots, and other conversational interfaces. That's a whole new placement vibe.
Yeah, this is a huge shift. It's less keyword match and more contextual intent inference, which means your marketing stack has to feed the machines clean signals.
Like your product feed can't be a dumpster fire.
Exactly. Your product data, inventory, pricing, specs, availability, policies, those need to be structured and reliable, because the assistant is going to summarize you. Maybe recommend you, maybe not.
But how do you measure success when the interface is a conversation? Like, what's a click anymore?
That's the problem. We're moving from, did they click my ad, to, did the model include me in the answer and did it recommend me with the right framing?
So the new flex is being quote-worthy.
Yes. Being the chosen source, the chosen option, the here's what you should buy.
Which is terrifying because now the creative has to work as a snippet in someone else's sentence.
Yep. And you need creative that's conversational, not just punchy banner copy. Think answer-ready lines, clean claims, simple language, and proof.
Ugh, proof. The era of vibes is ending.
For distribution, yeah. Vibes still matter for humans, but machines want receipts.
This actually connects to what we've been talking about lately. Trust layers, like provenance, credentials, all that.
Exactly. COE's been writing a lot about automating trust, provenance, credential-native pipelines, evaluator layers. The point isn't to be boring and compliant for fun, it's because assistants and platforms are becoming gatekeepers. If your data and claims aren't clean, you get filtered out.
Or worse, you get included wrong, like the assistant confidently says your product does something it doesn't.
And then support gets nuked.
Okay, back to agent standards for a second. What's your prediction? Where do open agent standards land first?
Customer support. Always.
Why does it always end up being support first?
Because support is high volume, semi-structured, and the ROI is immediate. Plus, the blast radius is contained if you set it up right.
Also, support teams already live in a world of macros and playbooks. Agents are basically macros with a brain and sometimes a personality problem.
Totally. CRMs and CDPs are next, but they're scarier because right actions change revenue reality.
And marketing automation is like, hey agent, optimize the campaign, and the agent is like, got it. I will discount everything forever.
Runaway discounts is a real failure mode. Hallucinated segments too. Like people who love snowboarding and it's your entire email list.
Or it invents a brand voice that gets you sued, like it tries to be edgy and crosses the line.
So if you're listening and you're tempted by CleverTap-style agentic martech, the move is start with read-only insights. Let it propose campaigns, let it draft variants, let it recommend segment changes.
But don't let it hit publish.
Not at first. Gate publish. Gate budget changes. Gate anything irreversible.
And this is where standards could help, right? If Agents.md or whatever becomes a common way to describe what an agent can do, then your governance layer can actually understand it.
Exactly. And if it's done right, you can swap vendors or connect multiple tools without rewriting your entire control system.
If it's done wrong, it's just prompting with extra steps.
Yep. It becomes a wrapper that only works in one ecosystem and everyone else is forced to translate it.
Honestly, today being National Violin Day too, this whole industry is like a violin string. Tight. One more turn and it snaps.
That was poetic. Also slightly threatening.
Thank you. It's my brand.
All right, quick takeaways for creators and marketers. 1. If you want to win in conversational ad placements, clean up your product data and your answer-ready messaging.
2. If you're adding agentic tools to your stack, define permissions, approvals, and kill switches before you define prompts.
3. Watch the standards fight. If open standards stay genuinely open, you get portability. If not, you get lock-in disguised as best practices.
And 4. Keep humans in the loop. Not because AI is bad, but because taste, responsibility, and please don't email the entire database are still human jobs.
That's it for today. Thanks for hanging with us on this very cocoa-coated Saturday.
Go celebrate National Cocoa Day responsibly. Do not let an agent optimize your marshmallow allocation.
Subscribe to CoeCast and check out coei.com/resources for AI news and updates.
Catch you next time.